And welcome back, everyone, for the final game of the night here at Meta HSC. It will be Willetton to take on Kolbe, SoCars to take on Kolbe, Rocket League number one. Chris, that's midnight, and well, final game of the night. SoCars with a 2-0 record heading in to this game, while Kolbe only handling a 1-1 record here. So it'll be interesting to see how this game goes.
It should be a good one, Chris, though. Willetton looking to continue their undefeated streak so far. But you and I both know that remaining undefeated isn't always the easiest thing. You've got a bit of a battle, and every team wants to try and take you out, as everyone you can guys see on your screens. Who is going to be playing for both of these teams? RL Train, Tomatoes, and Razor is on the side of Wellington Senior, while Kolbe Catholic College, of course, has it's Dankimus, I assume is how I'm pronouncing that, Noah, and of course, Punos. So it should be very good, as these teams should be hitting the field in a matter of moments. And Chris, it's our third and final best of three of the night.
Yeah, the final game of the night. It should be a good one as well. Obviously, SoCars Willetton just looking to try and keep their unbeaten record alive. While for the Kolbe guys, I'll be looking to try and get an upset here as we wait to go, and here we go. And I think it's Toma does Ewan to kick things off, his name pronunciation, and RL Train, well, he goes close, but he can't get the opening shot off here. He will send up the ball though. Will he get a second touch? No, he can't. Noah able to just interrupt his play, and now Toma does. Just looks to try and send one off. Is that in? No, just a little wide there.
Yeah, a little wide, but it's a good start for the side of Wellington. They're keeping the offense alive. Their Razor going in hard, but not able to get the connection they wanted. A little bit of the Kolbe Catholic College. Their defense is a little scrappy there. Look, all three members did get sort of trapped in the corner.
Yeah, you see, this is what happens. You mispronounce their names midnight, and they just go on a goal rampage. So Toma does gets the opener there. He gets a nice opportunity, and yeah, he was just able to catch the defense off guard here as a Razor actually fakes that kickoff there, steals the boost from his teammate, which is a little untoward, but it shouldn't really matter, you would have to say, as Toma brings it into the corner, sets it up once again. That's actually worked out well for the side of Kolbe there, as Noah gets a very booming pinch clear.
Yeah, and that might even allow the rest of the team to go on offense here, but it looks like that is not going to be the case here, as Razor does a good job. We've got Tomatoes dribbling the ball, does flip it up. Is it going to be enough? The answer is unfortunately no, as RL Train was not able to assist with that goal.
Yeah, couldn't get the assist off, and that will be, well, the game's still currently at 1-1 here, or 1-0, sorry, as RL Train will get bumped up to play by his own teammate. Might just work out, but Razor just sends it a little bit too wide there. Should allow Kolbe a chance to clear out, but Train, well, he finds Immortal pretty much immediately there. Ball's locked into the midfield, but there we go. Razor on a tear there, no one defending, and that's an open net and a 2-0 lead to SoCars Willetton.
Yeah, good find there. Razor saw the opening, decided to pounce on it, and no defense, unfortunately, for our boys in orange. Kolbe Catholic College just weren't able to get their defensive rotation off. Goal does come through, and oh boy, it might be another one. That's looking good. The crossbar gets involved. Actually, that throws Trains off completely with the connection on the crossbar.
Yeah, very unfortunate for him there. He nearly got the play to a tee, but he sends himself a little high, and now Razor, he's unable to get the save. Noah just gets a ground ball there going, and it works out well. That's the first punch back there for Kolbe.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Wellington was so convinced that that shot was going to go in. Their defense, like, oh, I'll be fine. I can be a little bit lazy with it. And they realized it didn't go in. It's like, oh, we made a miscalculation, lads. It's a three-man committal from our boys in the orange there to try and get that play off. Will it work? Unfortunately, no, as Tomatoes gets his second goal of the game.
Toma does. Come on. You see, he's mispronounced saying it again, and he's got herself a second goal. I think we know with your curse tonight, I think it might be turning into a little bit of a tactical bias here, to be honest with you. You keep mispronouncing his name, and he gets pissed because of it. So, you know, he mispronounced it, what, twice now? He's got 2 goals. There's a correlation here, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I think I'm just going to avoid saying names. I'm just going to stick with Collins for the rest of the night for us. Best of 3 here as an offense comes out, and it looks good. Immortal grabs himself that one, says thank you very much. And now 3-2, just under 3 minutes remaining, Chris. This game is still on a wise edge.
Yeah, Immortal able to get the inside line there. No one again at home, so in defense, they can't really do anything to stop that one. They bring the gap down to 1, and that will bring the gap down to nothing. Immortal just gets a perfect kickoff there, and well, that's all you need to know about that play if you're a fan of Willetton.
Oh, Train lost control of the rear wheels.
Yeah, he just flicked a smidge too early, and yeah, that has just cost him severely.
Now evened up here. The Razor does get a nice kickoff here. Teammate does catch it up in the air, but Noah is able to clear it there. Now Trains gets a nice little clear into the midfield. It should go in their favor as all going in the air, but not able to win the 50-50 cleanly.
Yeah, can't get the 50 going here, but it still might work out here for Willetton, but Trains just sends it a little bit too narrow there. Thomas does is on the rotate back though, and he has himself a pot shot here. Immortal's unable to save it, and well, the correlation's over here because I think he only stuffed off its name twice here. He now has 3 goals, and well, he is leading Willetton to possibly winning game 1.
And Immortal so close to blocking that one, but was not able to get into position there. 4-3, just over 2 minutes remaining. Coming into our first best of 3 here. It's looking good. This might actually be something, but not able to connect. But now all 3 members of Wellington are pushed up forwards. This could be a counter-attack.
It could be, but they're a little bit too slow on that counter here. So defenses have come back just in time, especially for Toma, who just pinches it out. And he's going for the solo bowler. Can he do it? No, he can't. He sends it a bit wide. RL Train just puts it into the corner, and well, Esso is just going to try and take the ball out here. Train just picks it up again though. Toma picks it up. Can he make it 4 goals? He's just soloing it in, and he does it on the flip reset. Good goal for Toma does there as he picks up his 4th, his team 5.
Look at this. Doesn't give the defense a chance with that flip reset. The defense like, wait, it's meant to land. Why didn't the ball land? And that gives them a 2-goal safety net. This could be the opening that Wellington Senior needed to be able to win game number 1. It's not over yet, but it's looking very good for them to claim the first W of the night there.
And here's
as
number
3, I should say, coming through.
Number 5, my friend, number 5, as Toma does, has just gone on a tear here, and well, yeah, he's put up a 3-goal gap now, and yeah, this is turning into dominant stuff here. Toma does just absolutely flying at the moment. You see, this is why, well, this is why you want players to just perform, because you never know. Some players might just have those different ways of performing. Some might just get hyped up performing. Some might just get a good shot off and build from there. While some, well, the caster mispronounces your name and you want to prove a point. It looks like that's what's happened here. Razor has got another goal, by the way, during my diatribe, but it probably won't affect the result here as it's now 7-3.
Yeah, it's game number 1 is more than likely a little bit of a wrap here, Chris. But there is, of course, game number 2. This is a best of 3 series, so there is every possibility of just, look, if you're on the side of Kolbe, just accept the L. It's going to happen. Recovering this game state is going to be nigh impossible. And just get ready for game number 2. As Wellington, I mean, they're looking good here. The defense out of Kolbe is a little bit, I want to say overstacked. They're often committing 2-3 players where maybe they could commit only 1. Yeah,
they're committing a few too many players here as double fake out comes here, and Train, will he get another goal? No, he won't. He will just have to be happy with the solitary for the moment. But yeah, I'll tell you what, it's definitely has just shown why SoCals are currently undefeated at the moment in WA division, looking very, very good to possibly represent the Western State in the national stage a little bit later on over in July and August. So yeah, I mean, with performances like this, it definitely, well, I mean, we want to see them perform. I mean, their performance against last week against their fellow classmates in Aurora, they were looking pretty good there, and they've just proved it again. So yeah, I mean, it's not much else to say here. It's just pure domination coming out for SoCals Wellington, and yeah, what else?
Yeah. really
I'll tell you
well.
what though, Tomo did say he in chat earlier he was going to freestyle, and I think he's done that to say the very least.
Yeah, that'd be a fair assessment there. Game number 1 is going to be done and dusted here, Chris. 8 seconds remaining. Pulling out a little bit of a bait there. But that is going to be it, even as the clock times down 1-0 in the best of series going over inside of Willetton College in a pretty dominant fashion. There's no two ways about that one. But it did kind of feel like Kolbe Catholic College during a bit of, from about the 1 minute 30 mark, when the goals, I think it was like 4 or 5 goals against them, they're just sort of like, all right, fine, let's go next. Let's make sure we're ready to go for the next game. Because, again, in the best of series, if you're struggling in a game, you're like, look, I just don't want to over-tilt myself. Just be like, that's fine, pull it back, let's go for next.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, they were actually keeping pace with him for first 2 or so minutes until Tomo just went, screw this and start freestyling. But yeah, there is some positives for him here. I mean, we saw their early defense. It looked good. They got a few nice plays as well going in that first half of the game. It just, as you said, fell apart a bit for him here, and they sort of just let their mind check out. And, well, hopefully they focus again here on in this second game, because if not, it might be a quick way to end the night here.
Well, let's find out, Chris. Game number 2 is about to kick off right now between these two teams. It's time to see what will happen. Will Kolbe Catholic College fight their way back to a game 3, or is it time for a 2-0 sweep? Time to find out, Chris, as game number 2 kicking off right now between our two teams. The first kickoff, who is it going to go in favor of? Well, if this is a good start for Wellington, they do get the clear connection.
God, they're really loving these kickoff fakes here, these teams. Trey doesn't get the memo though, and he will get first touch, and now Tomo does. Can he get another goal quick fire to kick things off? You bet he can. That's a nice easy one there for Tomo does, and well, just look at the control here. He just waits for it. Esso just can't make it in time to get the demo, and that is just going to be a very, very quick goal there for Tomo and SoCars.
Yeah, so I found out a fun little thing, Chris. Apparently it is pronounced tomatoes.
Now it is.
Apparently it's pronounced tomatoes, so you mispronounce his name and he gets a goal. The curse is still alive from the sounds of it.
Okay, now we need a... Okay, now I think we need a royal commission to figure this out, because he said in the in-game chat that we were pronouncing his name, or you were pronouncing his name wrong, because I didn't say tomatoes. So Noah gets a goal. I'm pretty sure we haven't mispronounced his name, so...
I don't think not yet, at least. I mean, I can pull it off if you'd like, but I'm
there
not...
There we go, Tom A does.
Tom A does. Alright, we're gonna...
I'm closer, I was closer. Listen.
Yeah,
anyways, back to the action here. We're on a pretty big tangent here, but anyways, that was a very good goal there from Noah. But I think it might be in vain here a little bit if that attack was going there. Anyone in the center for SoCars, that probably would have been a goal, but now this has opened it up for Kolbe, but he just went able to find the final man here. Immortal Story just pops in the corner. Esso now looking for the play, but he's completely lost control of his car. He just goes on his roof, and that's blunted that attack there. Train brings it to the midfield here, and Razor will just leave it to Tomei does, but no, that's a nice little pop, but just not enough to sneak it under in the post there. So Train will pick up the ball once again here, leaves it to Razor, but the pinch goes in favor of the side of Kolbe. But once again, the ball just keeps getting punted away from their attack, and they just they're just kept forced back. They're being forced back on the defense continuously. There we go.
Yeah, okay, number 2 feels a little bit slower, Chris, coming in so far. We're about to hit the 3-minute mark, and there's only been 2 goals, which means either one team is about to just explode with 3 blitzkrieg-style goals coming through, or there's going to just be a slow game for the next minute or 2, and then teams will start finding their openings. Train, though, looks like he's trying to do something up in the air. Will it get blocked? Yes, it will. No, we're able to get that one in time, but Train weren't trying to set up for Razor, but Razor just hasn't got the positioning and is forced to give it up.
Yeah, the ball just didn't go to him there, and well, he's going to get a second attempt here, and he just feints it out, and he forces it through under pressure. Noah, good save there, but Razor, he just had all the pace there. No way of stopping him, and no way of stopping that ball from going in 2-1.
The most heartbreaking part there was Immortal. He didn't have boost. He tried to intercept it. He was in the right position. He would have been the right height, but he didn't have the boost to get up. And that does result in Willetton able to get themselves goal number 2 under their belts there. Gives them a nice set up for a lead. And Razor now with possession. Oh, plans it over. Tomatoes. And throws the ball up for another turn at the offense.
Yeah, he just gives it to Drain there. He's caught under pressure though, and Noah able to get the save here. But Razor just plays him out a little bit there. Just keeps the ball dead, but eventually Kolbe will pick it up and clear it out. But Thomas does just now walks to the play, but once again just blocked off here. So the Kolbe defense has definitely solidified up from what we saw at the end of game 1. But the pressure's still coming here from the side of Willetton. But that save once again for Noah. We'll just see the ball go to the midfield here, and Immortal should have had the save there, but it just dribbles in for a goal.
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting that one to say the least, but yeah, Train just got the touch, and
he couldn't get back in time.
Yeah, very unfortunate there for Kolbe.
Yeah, not ideal there. It does give a 2-goal lead, 2 minutes remaining. There's every possibility of a return. I've got to stop saying there's every chance of a return around there. As that could have been something beautiful, with the ball going up into the air. Immortal getting ready to see what he can do. He does have the opening, but he has no boost, which is going to make everything that much harder. He goes up in the air, but there's a limit to what you can pull off up there when you're not allowed to maneuver your car like you want to. Yeah,
when you get bumped off a play, it's very hard to recover. So, ball back onto attack now for Willetton boys, as Noah able to just take it away from him for a brief second, but Arrow Train now has a perfect opportunity to set something up from the corner. Won't get a good center shot off till now. Thomas does, just can't get to the ball in time for a free play. Razor though, nice demo, stops the attack for Kolbe for the moment here. And now Train goes up, he puts it into the corner, ball will head to the center. Will there be a finishing play? No, there's a bad double commit there. And that could have been the goal that ended it all. Instead, it's still a 2-goal game with 1 minute remaining here. But here we go. Will this be the one for Thomas? He comes through, he leaves it for Train, but he sends it high and wide. Ball dribbles back onto the left corner here. And Noah able to get the clear out here. Razor though, nice block. Immortal can't follow through though. So Zokars are holding firm with that 2-goal lead. 40 seconds remaining. One more goal wouldn't be that bad for him here.
Yeah, they might be able to pull it off, but let's find out what will happen. The ball's been dancing around midfield, which is fantastic for the side of Willetton, because all they got to do is buy time. 30 seconds and they win, as it got close, but no cigar. One more follow-up, and the defense cannot do it. 4-1. The safety net has been secured, Chris, and Willetton are looking more and more likely to win game number 2.
Game number 2 and the series with that there. Razor, he's been pretty good this series. I mean, we've been focusing on Tommy Does, but obviously that's because of his pretty decent goal scoring. Razor, he's been doing a lot of work on the ground. He's been getting a lot of assists. He's got a fair few goals to his own credit as well, and it's worked out well for the side of Zokars here. They definitely look like the complete package in WA, and well, as time ticks down, this game's all but done here, bar the shouting. Zokars will win the series 2-0, keep their undefeated streak alive, and well, pretty much puts them in a very good spot for the rest of the season.
Yeah, a good start off there, and 2 very impressive games coming out from the side of Willetton Senior. The first game, of course, ending in an 8-goal against 3. And of course, game number 2, as we just saw, 4-1 in their favor. Looks brilliant from them there. But on the other side, Kolbe College, I think they actually put up a pretty decent fight. But there are a few things that maybe they can look at right now. I feel like, and I think you and I both saw this, Chris, is there's a lot of double commits when maybe you could look to maybe only throwing 1 member for the ball.
Yeah, I think both teams were guilty of that, but more so Kolbe, yeah. Especially in defense. I just wouldn't mind if they were a bit more spaced out. But yeah, obviously they got time to improve. I think there is a lot of positives for them here, and I wouldn't be surprised if they make regional playoffs here. But before we go, one more MVP to decide here, and I think we might have a contested. No, you're going to defer?
Yeah, like, I don't know, I was 50-50 on it, but I do, because we were stuck between a couple members of the side of Willetton, but I do have to think that Razor did really, really well, not just in game number 2, but also got to remember how he did in game number 1. And that's kind of what tipped my favor for him, based on just how he played in both games, as opposed to just focusing on game number 2.
Yeah, indeed. It's yeah, I think Rosa's just like, I mean, Ty did very well over this in game 1, but I think Rosa overall in the series was probably the better player overall. So with that, that's our MVP sorted, all the games done, and with that, it's time for us to go and grab dinner. So thank you all for watching Meta HSE for yet another week. I've been Chris, that's been Midnight, and we'll be back next week, same time, hopefully same channel here at Meta HSC. But until 5 p.m. next Thursday, thank you so much for watching. AEST, by the way, obviously for our WA viewers, that will be at 3 o'clock. Just wanted to point that out because we've had a few questions about that in the Places score. But anyhow, those are the times, and until then, goodbye, and, well, enjoy yourselves.